Hey, so in this video I'll be doing a question for you about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2 and the hopes and predictions for Season 3. So, yeah. Comment down below what you liked and disliked about Season 2 and what you want to see in Season 3. So, I honestly liked it, and I wouldn't have reviewed it if I didn't. So honestly, that's about it there. But I honestly liked that the character development that they took with Ward, and even though a lot of people didn't, I really like that character, that he's gone very dark now, even though he was trying to be good, but it's just going down. It's going downhill from here. With Fitz, I really like that they actually had like content. Something tragic actually happened to him after what happened in season one's finale, and had him brain damage. So I liked that they actually carried that throughout season 1 or season 2. It was nice to see that slowly become back to being Fitz again, but he's not as far as I saw, he was not as Fitz as he was back before he was brain damaged. So, but he's slowly getting there, and I like how May trained Skye into a badass agent, even though I did not really care that she was not a field agent kicking ass back in season 1. I liked her character as the hacker, because there was no hacker on the team, so it was nice to see that she brought something else to the table, not just kicking ass. Even though now she's now an Inhuman, so that's even more different than just kicking ass. So yeah, it was nice to see that slowly get to where from the beginning of the second season to the end of the second season. She's so different now completely. So I'm pretty sure anyone that, as far as I understand, anyone that hated her from season 1 really liked her in season 2. I don't know what it was about her hacking that a lot of people didn't like, but I didn't mind it at all. So, and I liked how they had like a little bit of a twist on her comic book character, because what Skye is in the comics, or Daisy is in the comics, Skye isn't in the MCU. As far as I understand, there's a bit of a twist that she's not an Inhuman in the comic books. And some other stuff that I don't remember on the top of my head, but there's they changed it enough that they changed it enough to be her own, like Skye could be her own character, but enough that people in the comic book world can be satisfied with what she is. Because as far as I understand, no one complained that she's not Daisy Johnson. That's because I'm pretty sure a lot of people got pissed off when certain other characters were changed from the comic books, but I could not find one person that disliked the change from Daisy Johnson from the comic books to Daisy Johnson in this MCU. So it was nice to see that. And the new characters, I really liked the dynamic between Hunter and Bobby. It was funny banter, and they're technically the only real relationship that the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. even has right now. because Fitz and Simmons were not even they're not even a couple. They're not even talking. So they're not close to. They weren't even close to being anything for a long time. And Sky and Ward definitely not going back together. So it was nice. It was nice to have a little budding romance ish, even though they weren't. They're not even. They're back together, but they're not really. I don't know. But there's a lot of stuff. There's still gonna be a lot of like hard road ahead of them. Yeah, they're it's not gonna end well. And I like I said about Sky, I like that they changed Bobby's backstory as well, because in the comic book she's married to Hawkeye. So I like that they're changing her character a bit, and there is still room for Bobby and Hawkeye to get together at some point and get married probably later on. But as of right now, I like that they twisted the comic books a bit, so it's not so reliant on like what happened in the comic books has to influence the shows or movies. So it's nice to see that. Yeah, but yeah, it was a very fun season. I really liked this season. I just like I liked the first season. I really like this season as well. But I don't know how many people actually watched this season instead of and not just watching the first season. So yeah, I'm not gonna even try to persuade you to watch season 2, or because if you didn't like season 1, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna like season 2, even though they've changed so much about it, like having Inhumans and all that kind of stuff involved. Like I like how they introduced the Inhumans even before the movie even introduced them. Like even though they at some point they have to like talk about Inhumans in the movies at some point, because what happened in the finale is going to obviously affect what's happening in the movies at some point. It has to. It's not gonna. Okay, people are dying. People are getting more powers, and we're just gonna ignore that. There's no way. But for season 3, I honestly think Ward is going to die, because his character has evolved into a psychopath, even though he was already a psychopath in season 1 and at the beginning of season 2. But season 3, he's gone as he's a big bad now, and all the big bads as of right now, from season 1 to season 2, all of them have died. So there's nowhere to else go with Ward without redeeming him, because I'm hoping that they do not redeem him at all, because I don't want that. It would be a really stupid move on the writer's part to just redeem him and have him back on the team of Scott Coulson and everything. But so I honestly think he's gonna die. There's nowhere else to go with him. But I don't want him to die. But that's the only possible thing I can think of, unless he's the recurring villain. But then that would get tiring. So the team that they're creating for called Secret Warriors, I'm okay with this. I wasn't the biggest, like, I wasn't any close to being the people that wanted power people on the show, even though there was already power people on the show in season 1, and / comic book characters, and people were complaining and they did not notice it at all in season 1 that there were comic book characters, and now that there's powered people, I'm hoping people would stop complaining. But for season 3, I'm hoping that they lead away from the Inhumans. I'm okay with certain Inhumans if they're going to integrate them into the Secret Warrior team that is under the guidance of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Coulson, because as far as I remember, as much as I read about them, they're part of S.H.I.E.L.D.-ish, kinda. So I'm okay with the powered people in this show, since they are Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so that's what the show is called, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., not Inhumans. So hopefully that they lead away from the whole Inhumans, stuff like that, and more lead into the Secret Warriors team and nothing else. I'm okay if they sprinkle it in here and there, but not full on Inhuman, have backstories and stuff like that. Simmons was gobbled into that weird goop. So my prediction is that she's going to turn into a hunter that will start killing Inhumans, and that's what Sky's Secret Warriors first team will be, is to try to figure out who's causing all these deaths, and how to stop this thing. And they're gonna find out that it's Simmons, because she's been has been controlled by this Kree object thing, because I don't understand why it would go after Simmons, since as far as we know she's not an Inhuman, and this Kree weapon is supposed to go after Inhumans. So the only thing I was thinking of was she's been so heavily against anything with powers lately that maybe this Kree object has a mind of its own and thinks, I can probably control her and to kill people for me. Maybe that's what it is. So that's the only thing I could think of. And my last thing was Cal. This is not the last time we are gonna see him. He was brainwashed, and pretty much a lot of the time that we've seen them use this S.H.I.E.L.D. memory, everyone got memories back, as far as I kind of remember. So there's no way we're not going to see him next season or sometime later on with his full memory back, and he's probably going to go berserk. And like I said before in my last review, I was okay with Mr. Hyde's final form, but maybe in season 3, I hope they go kind of berserk and more beast-like. But I'm okay if they don't. I will be okay. I'll be happy if they still stick with what they are here. So comment down below what you thought of season 2 and what you want to see in season 3. See.